Hello 12 Sat, this is Mujahid Sartawi. Welcome to the computer class of 21st of April 2020. Today we will solve the second exam. So let's get started with the first question. This is the second exam. This is a soft copy of the second exam, so let's go through the questions. Also today we will talk about a new topic in spreadsheets, which is conditional formatting. So let's begin with the solutions of the second exam. Question number one was in spreadsheets, which of the following is an example of a range address? Of course, this one, because you should remember that you have here in the middle between the cells, let's say that we have A20. Remember that you have two inverted commas and not something else. This is B35. So that's why it's the correct answer, because you must have this symbol in the middle. Okay. Question number two. In spreadsheets, which formula below will add the value of B2 to the value C3? We have two cells here, B2 and C3, so you have to pay attention to the values, and you have to pay attention to the equal sign. You should be aware of that. Question number three. In spreadsheets, how do you know a range is active? Actually, because it's highlighted on the screen, of course. Question number four. An Excel spreadsheet is primarily used for calculating which of the following options? We have here many options like data, numbers, and finances. And the answer was all of these uh, options because we are using spreadsheets in different types of calculations, in finances, in modeling finances, in calculating different numbers, and of course for data sets if you want to make statistical reports about data, about profit and lots of things. Question number five. Which of the following is considered as a correct Excel formula? Let's see. The first one, it's not a formula as you see. Here, in this one, it doesn't have the equal sign, and we don't have this form of operations. The name of the operation is not correct. And also here we have a big problem, which is having the equal sign in the middle and having the operation after that comes after that, which is totally also wrong, totally wrong. And this one is totally wrong. So the answer is this. When you have the equal sign, the name of the function, followed by two cells or a range of cells. So this is a range from A11 to A15 and make the summation between them. Let's go to question number six. A selection of multiple cells is called as cells. So when you have more than one cell, it's called a range. Question number seven. All formulas in Excel begins with the equal sign, of course. Question number eight. Which of the following is invalid spreadsheet formula? Which one of them is invalid, which cannot be work? It cannot give you an answer. Of course, this one, because we have a big mistake here, which is having the equal sign in the middle of the formula. And let's go to question number nine. We have group of cells. What is going to be your formula if you are going to get the average? Of course, you should have this option. This is the first correct answer. Or maybe you can have another answer, which is this. Both of them are correct because I ask you to have a formula, and the formula might be using the operations, division, subtraction, addition, or maybe by using a function, which is average. So here we have the average from the cell A1 to the cell A5, because we have A1 into 2a5 into a5. And the second solution is going to be equal sign a1, uh, add a1 to a2 to a3 to a4 and to a5, and divide the whole result over 5 because we are having average here and we have 5 different elements to be calculated. Question number 10. We have a group of values or cells that contain values. We are going to calculate the total. Simply, we have two options for the answer. Number one, equal sign sum and the range that we have here. And number two, solution number two, of course, you can use either any one of them. And simply the second solution will be adding all the cells and the values inside them. Question 11, what is the formula that should be written in C4 and the figure in order to calculate the total price? Let's go to the total price here. And let's see, we want the total price to be here. So I have quantity here, I have 20, so I need to multiply 20 multiplied by the price of the 20 items plus the quantity 35 multiplied with its price. So this is the correct answer. Question 12. What is the formula should be written in cell B17 in order to find the total number of items? So here we have items as you see here, and we can see that we have 10 items. Let's see the items. Let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 items. So what is the count function that count the items? We can see that the items here are all text. So the count by itself, not count A, the normal count, it counts only numbers. What about the count A? Count F is not the solution. Count blank counts the blank spaces. This is a not correct range. So this is the answer because the count A counts all the values, contains text and numbers. So this is the correct answer, which gives you 10 elements or items. Question 13. In spreadsheet, count function is defined as, of course, a function which count the number of numeric values in the cell. So you have to pay attention that count it counts the numerical values. What about the count A? Count A, as we said earlier, it counts the alphabetic, alphanumeric, and or numeric values in cells. Question 15. In spreadsheet, count F function defined as a spreadsheet function that used to count number of values in cells contain with a certain condition matched. So this is what is count F is all about. Let's go to question 16. In spreadsheet, count blank function is defined as, it's a spreadsheet function used to count the number of empty cells. So this is very important. From its name, it counts the empty cells. The sum function written in the figure is valid and it gives the correct results. Of course, if you tried this out, it gives you the same result. And I can know that from the figure itself without going to Microsoft Excel, simply because it gives you here a correct function with the colors. So it accepts all these cells, and when you press enter, you will get the result directly. So this is a correct formula. Let's go to question 18. The integer function here, it's going to give you what? This number y. Because as we said in the previous classes, the integer function is going to cancel or to delete everything after the dot or the decimal values, and it gives you the whole number. So this is the result. Go to question 19. The result of applying maximum function or max function is going to be what? We have a list of numbers here. So Of course, because we have the max function, the result will be the highest value among these values. Question 20. In a spreadsheet, if cell C1 contains the value 67.5512, what would be the result of applying the round C1 into 0 decimal places? So this is 0 decimal places. Of course, the result will be this one, which is, of course, this one, 68, because the 5 here, according to the rule, it gives 1 to the next uh, digit, and it will become 68. This is all about the exam. Let's go now to the conditional formatting, which is the new topic for today. Okay, let me see. Let me go back again. I want to delete all of these names because they are names of students that I have already. I will change the name of this column into student names. Name. And I will type S1. Do you remember the autofilling? S2. This is S2, which is student number 2. And I will use the autofill. Autofill here is used to fill all the cells with what you want according to a certain rule here. So we increment each time you go to the next cell, you increment by 1. So let's assume that we have list of students starting from S1 into S17. So we have 17 students here. And this is actually shows a list of, let's say, percentage of activity for each student for different weeks, and we have homeworks. If a student did the homework, he will got the tick. If the student didn't do the homework, he or she will get the X or the cross. So how did we do this? By actually using a tool in a spreadsheet which is called conditional formatting. Conditional formatting, from its name, it enables you to put a pattern into your data using different ways, using bars, colors, and icons and virtual highlights, and to make the data important or to show it in a certain way. So what I did here is simply I selected a cell, okay, and when I double click on it, when I put 10, the value 10, it gives the student a tick or a true, which means he did the homework. But when I change the value into a 0, let's see what's going to happen. It becomes cross or as if the student didn't do the homework. Let's put it again as 10. So what I did here is simply go to the conditional formatting. Let me do it here with a fresh one. Go to the conditional formatting and go to manage rules, and you can set a new rule and you can play with these formats. So what I did here, simply, let me show you the options, what I did here. Manage rules. What I did here was, let's go to the edit. Take a look at this. If I put the value 10, then it will be a tick. Otherwise, if the value is less than or equal 5, it will be X. So you can do whatever you want, and you can change the icons here. And this is one of the examples, of course. What if I want to make something else? What if I want to change the values of the activity of students? Let me highlight this column, and go to the conditional formatting, and let's see that I want the to play with the colors of the cells. Can you see what happened here? The green one is good, is the best. When you go to the red, it's the worst. Okay, what about changing the icons here? Let's say, what about this? Can you see the full value as if you have a wireless connectivity? When you have it when you have the value 100, you have a full, as if you have a full coverage or a full signal. When you have 0, you have the minimum value. What about stars? You have full star or empty star or maybe not a half star. You can choose this one. You can choose like this one. And you can give some indications or icons like these. And maybe you can also add your uh, gradient to fill. Can you see here? When you have a full mark. Okay, you can also play with the condition itself. Let's say that I want to be specific and put um, the top 10 items in the top. You see what happened? Let me go back again. Okay. Let me select the column again and see what to do here. Okay, what if I want to highlight the cell which equals to 100%, 100%. Okay, press. Okay, so the 100% is highlighted. So I hope that you will learn how to use the conditional formatting in dealing with your data and changing the presentation of or how you present your data. There are many options in conditional formatting. I hope you try them all. I will upload this file on the school's portal so that you can make your experiments on it and you can try to change the values or to play with the conditional formatting. This is all for today. Thank you and good